HustlesAfrica.com, a guide to high-paying online jobs. At HustlesAfrica.com, you will discover the jobs people are doing from home, the platforms where opportunities are found, the skills that open doors, and the practical steps to begin earning. Go to HustlesAfrica.com today.
Welcome to Natomex and VR. Today we are just men here. Arsenal and Manchester United fan. So we are going to have very interesting conversations.
Yeah, so today I want us to talk about the World Cup, the upcoming World Cup. So over this week, we just finished up with the last few games.
The qualifiers?
Yeah, for the qualifiers. Yeah. So now we have the full draw. All the 48 teams have already been grouped, and we know all of them in their respective groups.
Yeah.
So what are some of the most interesting things that I'm going to ask you, like the most interesting thing you got from these qualification games?
Qualification games, there are so many surprises.
Yeah.
And one of them that I want to talk about is Italy. Italy, I don't know what's happening to Italy because when I look at the team, the squad they have, the players they have, I quite find it hard that they can't qualify for World Cup. This is now the third World Cup they're not going to play.
Yes.
And that's wild.
It is wild.
It's wild. And to make it even surprising enough, they played against Northern Ireland, and then Bosnia were playing, I don't know which team was that. And the Italy versus Ireland game was already full-time, right? And then players like DiMarco, who plays for Inter Milan, were pictured celebrating that they're going to play Bosnia in the finals. And Bosnia go there and win on penalties. So that's one of the surprises that I think I saw in these qualifiers.
Yes.
It's quite sad to see that a country like Italy can't, with the heritage they have, they can't qualify for a World Cup. So it's going to be a big miss for them.
They're the second most, I'd say, successful country in terms of like winning World Cups. They have 4 World Cup wins. So them not being able to participate in this upcoming World Cup tournament is quite surprising because you factor in the fact that they haven't been able to qualify the past few editions of the World Cup. It's quite surprising, honestly.
Very surprising. Imagine you have Tonali, you have Bastoni, you have Calafiori, you have Donnarumma, you have Moiskin, Scamacca, all these players, Cristante. This high level, all of these players play for first team of their team, respective clubs.
Yes.
But they can't come together. But also you see it's Italy in the recent times, they have changed a lot of managers. After Conte, they went to, I don't know who, this manager who they hired. Mancini. After Mancini. There's so many managers who have come in until Gattuso. Though I didn't think that Gattuso is good enough for Italy, but they appointed him. And even after this result, they're going to make some changes still.
They have made changes.
Already Buffon is gone. And
Buffon, everyone is gone. They are restarting everything again for the national team, the FA. So it's
but there's a pattern. There's a pattern that I don't know if you're noticing, Imran, that Italian football is not producing young players. They have stopped producing. The only country that I think is producing consistently are 2 countries.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4. Like France produces a lot, very many. Do you know France 30 team can qualify out of a group stage in a World Cup? Even go to quarters.
Okay.
The players they have not called up alone.
Yeah.
So France as a country, they are producing a lot of talent. You look at Spain. Spain, like they just have it in them that the system, the structure, everything from under 19, under 17, they can all play the same kind of football. They can beat anyone. You go to England. England is also trying because now you have the likes of Adam Wharton, Henderson, Kobe Maino coming through different clubs academy. So they're producing a little bit, right? You go to Germany. Germany are struggling, but they're kind of trying now.
Yeah.
That's why they've struggled the last World Cups. They didn't have, they stopped producing at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe some 5-6 years they didn't produce new players. They used to play with Muller, Cotoni Cruz, every international break. So Italy the same. They're not producing. When was the last time you had an Italian prodigy? Like maybe Lamine Yamal.
I think you're correct because there was this article written by there's this one of their great players, Baggio, who wrote about how Italian football has changed and some of the changes it like for them to start implementing in their academies. And you're correct in terms of like, you know, for these countries, football starts from, you know, a certain age and they are instilled with a certain style of play that eventually when those players like mature and mature and get up, they have a certain style of play that they know. Okay, this is Italian.
Spain are doing it
because
so
Spain
perfect.
it's easy.
So
like
perfect.
for Spain it's for Spain
so
it's easy. Everyone knows. Okay, we will always create top midfielders.
Yeah.
They've done that for a while.
You lose great.
We
have good players
their style
who
of
understand.
play. Yeah, their style of
philosophy.
play and all that. So having that sort of structure in place will help them. And I think for Italy, they've gone away from it. And that's something I think the new people who will be coming in, you know, the coach, everyone who's becoming in.
But I kind of also saw I don't know, there's someone, journalist who said that the death of Italy has come at the time Juventus is not doing well. And also when you look at when you look at the top 3 clubs in Italy, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, they are not playing a lot of Italian players. AC Milan doesn't have Italian player in their first 11, for example, because I kind of do watch Serie A a lot, maybe more than Premier League. They have so many foreign players, and if a club like AC Milan, which is an Italian heritage, doesn't have Italian players, then there's a problem. When they used to have the likes of Maldini, the likes of Nesta, Italy was powerhouse. When Juventus used to have the likes of Del Piero, they used to have a like of Cellini, Bonucci winning the Euros in 2021. Italy was doing well, but when these clubs have been also kind of stepped away from their heritage, then they have also gone away with Italian heritage.
Again, we just go back to how many of these clubs are producing talents.
They are not.
So it stems from that. Like, you know, you have to produce. When you produce those talents, then they can come up and then they'll take those places. But since they are not doing that, and they still want to be able to compete with other clubs like from Europe, they feel like we're gonna buy players who are not Italians and to perform.
So who is your favorite to win this year's?
My favorite.
Which team are you going with this World Cup?
Oh, I'm always supporting Lionel Messi, so I'm gonna go with Argentina. But
I thought you're a French person.
I don't like. I don't hate France. It's we're Africa. Like, it's Africa. France,
it's our team B.
Exactly. So, but I'm always like, aside from, because I'm a Messi fan, I want him to succeed like in everything. So I just find myself supporting Argentina. But other than that, I'd say I love Spain because of their football. I love watching the elegant, movement and the silky football that they play. Watching Lamine Yamal do his thing, watching every one of their players do some amazing things.
You remember the Spain of 2012?
Exactly.
2010,
2012. Like, they won the Euros Then they won the World Cup, and then they won the Euros again. That was football heritage, where we saw dominance from a country that we haven't seen in a while, especially in this decade. So, I mean,
they don't have the stars. Do you know they don't have star players? Maybe Lamine Yamal, but when you look around their team,
oh no, they have stars, Peter.
I mean, big names in terms of brands, like let's say France.
Okay, France.
For them, wakona low key, like they can play Alex Bayana. How many people know Alex Bayana on the left wing? Because I think still deliver.
Because I think it's I wouldn't accurately say that, because when you talk about top 3 players in the world, they have one in Lamine Yamal. When you talk about top 3 midfielders in the world, they have at least 2. Rodri maybe because of the injuries, but they have Rodri, and they have Zubimendi, of course. They have Pedri,
Dani
Olmo. So they have players who have that, they scare people, because in their respective clubs where they play, they are really, really good. You look at Barcelona, when they attack, one of the best teams in the world when they attack. So they have those specific players where you're like, okay, not the stardom that France has. In terms of when you look at France, you have the likes of Mbappe, Dembele, and all that. But when I look at Spain, they have some quiet stars, I'd say that.
Some quiet.
They're quiet, but
even Pedri is a good player.
Really good
but when you look at the brand, the way he's branded, people don't talk about they are stars, but they have been trained to be this humble. Like when you look at Spain team, you can easily underrate them, kind of, because you want to be hearing their physical
appearance is also but that's the same as Xavi and Iniesta. They weren't vocal stars. They were more of players who you knew they were really, really good. You look at Busquets. When did you ever hear about him? In terms of aside from
on a football game, is a master.
Exactly. So I'd say it goes back to what I was saying. At the end of the day, I think it's more about the structure within the team. How well do they play? How well do they know each other? And I think Spain has got it all. And you enjoy watching them.
Let's talk about Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil has lost its touch for a while now. And I think it's it's every year since I was as I was growing up, when you used to hear when someone says World Cup,
Brazil,
the first country that comes to mind was Brazil. Because when you right now, being as an adult, I've rewatched a lot of their squad back in the days. Honestly, they used to be scary. From back to front.
You have Lucio, you have Roberto Carlos, you have Cafu,
the aura in them,
Ronaldinho,
was insane.
Ronaldo,
Joga Bonito, every single thing that those guys used to do. Exactly. So I remember I used to watch that, and I'm like, this is insane.
I actually think
they don't produce that as consistent. Tell me, aside from you look at Vinicius Jr., world class, all good,
everything. But also Vinicius, he plays well for Real Madrid, but Brazil really.
That's another thing.
And people have been kind of. I find it weird when people compare Brazil legacy of Vinicius to Neymar.
He's not in
Neymar. People kind of underrate what he has done for Brazil. This guy is the highest goal scorer for Brazil.
Look at their names. And Pele, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho,
and high assist provider, Neymar,
Romario.
So they're
not there. He's above all of them.
You know, if I was Ancelotti, number 1 on the list, even if I'm not going to play him,
I think they will call him. If he's gonna be fit, he's gonna be called.
Even if he's not fit, and I am not going to play him, he's my number 1 on the list. Because you don't know why? There's something that the presence of Neymar gives even to his teammates, that we have Neymar Kumbele. Yes. We can do. I remember there's a game in the last World Cup. I think it was Brazil versus Croatia. I don't know.
It was the game that they
lost. I think they lost.
They lost.
There was through penalties.
Yeah, they lost in penalties. Yeah, in the quarterfinals. Yeah,
Neymar carried Brazil it was I've never seen any Brazilian perform like that. Even Vinicius. In that game alone, I've not seen Vinicius given 20% of what Neymar gave in that game.
Neymar
Brazil to equalize that last minute, he was the one who scored that, to take that game to penalties. So I find it weird that Ancelotti doesn't rate him.
No, it's not about rating. Honestly,
fitness.
It's his fit. Like the past
he's
few
not
years,
fitness. Injuries,
and also when you look at how the game is being played, because you know he's not playing in Europe anymore. He's playing in Brazil. In for Santos. So there's a bit of like, we need a player who's gonna be able to press and all those things. And can Neymar do that consistently? I don't think he can anymore because of.
Do you know?
For
Brazil to win the World Cup, they have to do the Argentina way.
Like
what Argentina did in 2022 was like, you know what? We have Lionel Messi, right? You're not gonna press.
But
all of us are gonna play for you.
We're talking about Messi though. Like that's different because you know him, and also they were coming from
Messi was not pressing. Like they were playing 10 men without the ball, but without the ball they're like 13.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you know, with Argentina, when they went to the World Cup, they had already won the Copa America. Their team spirit was already high, so they exactly knew who they were and what they wanted to do. So it's not like, because you know, for Neymar to come and start playing for in the World Cup, he hasn't been called up for a while. So it's gonna be a new thing.
And also the problem with Brazil is that they're not calling the same players consistently. That's what made Argentina winners. Because we look at prior to the World Cup 2022, they were calling like around 20 players every international break. That built they built a team before the World Cup. Yeah. So they were just training for getting better and better and better. And now when the World Cup Lifika, it was now a team that they together. Yeah. See, but Brazil, this international window, you're calling Casemiro. Next international window, you're calling Danilo. You're calling Andre. You're calling what? It's likely impossible. A team has to have a core that.
Yes, I think also when you sit down and ask yourself, okay, in the attack, how many
Brazilians?
No, not just Brazilians. I'll ask in terms of like top talents. Because you know, for Brazil, again, I'm gonna say it again. We used to have Kaká. We used to have Kaká. We used to have the midfield, basically Gilberto Silva. Ronaldinho used to play as the attacking midfielder. So when you looked at their team, basically, I mean, they used to have stars everywhere. Now, when I look at their midfield, it's Casemiro, who's old. He's old, right? And Andre, like
still, he has not played at the highest level yet.
He's getting relegated. We have Santos from Chelsea. We just have.
That's your Brazil.
I mean, that's Brazil. Goodness. And then you look at the attack. Yes, they have Cunha, but Cunha is good, but not the sort of Brazil talent that we were used to. The only one is, again, as I'm gonna go back, it's Vinicius Junior, who you'd say, okay, it's those talents where dynamic talents that Brazil has. It's Neymar. I mean, it's Vinicius and a bit of Neymar. Their defense can be good. I think their defense is it's gonna be one of their greatest assets if they use it correctly. So I think for the best way, personally, for Brazil to be successful in this World Cup is if they decide to play counter-attack, which I think they will, because they have the sort of manager who can be very pragmatic in Carlo Ancelotti. He's going to be able to pinpoint the exact weaknesses and strengths that he has and be able to talk and make sure that the personalities and of the players
it's gonna be interesting.
So it's gonna be interesting. I think Brazil will be okay.
to see where they, but I don't see them going all the way.
I don't think they'll win,
but they
will be very competitive because of
the group stage. They have Morocco. They have very easy teams on the group stage. They have Morocco.
Is not gonna be easy for them.
Haiti, Scotland.
Yeah, so for Haiti, that's a wash, and then for Scotland,
they can win that. They can
now
win
for
again.
Morocco, that's a coin toss, honestly, because I believe.
But anyway, Morocco can be a trouble, but. All these games are winnable for Brazil.
They're winnable for them, but again, when you
the Morocco one is the hard one,
and it's not just that; it's gonna be very hard. Like when you look at Morocco now, let's switch up to some African countries. So, African countries, by the way, we have 10 representatives:
South Africa, Morocco, Ghana,
we have Ghana, we have
Congo, Algeria, Senegal, Ivory Coast, and there's this one. Cape Verde.
Yeah, we have Cape Verde, which quite interesting.
Crazy. And they've been grouped with Spain.
Exactly.
So
you look at all those representatives that we have. South Africa.
Nigeria's not here.
Nigeria didn't qualify. They played. I remember Nigeria played against
Ghana.
No. They played against
Rwanda.
Congo.
Yeah, the Congo.
DRC. Then DRC won. Before DRC were able to qualify for the qualification. For the qualifiers.
Oh yeah, which they played against Jamaica.
Exactly.
In the intercontinental playoff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'd say Africa, we are well represented. I'm very disappointed, and the fact that I wanted Nigeria or Cameroon to be there, because the more the merrier, like when you have those talents. Because I feel like those countries have talents.
But Ghana
to do us a solid.
Do you know in Africa I've always been a Ghanaian fan?
I think it's because of the 2010 World
Cup.
But I think
you remember it's still traumatizing, but the Gian missing the penalty. But that Ghana was so good, because
they had a really good team.
I remember Suleiman Tari, Essien, Gian, Andre Yu. They had a very good team. They
did.
And they almost beating Uruguay. Oh my God.
They had a very interesting team. But again,
structures.
I think this season, this upcoming World Cup, we're gonna be well represented as Africa, because you look at the last edition.
Which African team do you think is going to maybe qualify out of the group stage?
Go further.
Yeah, go
to
further.
qualify. Okay, so for qualification, when I look at Group A, where South Africa is, we have Mexico, South Korea, and Czech Republic. I think here it's a toss-up. I don't trust any of these teams. Like, honestly,
anyone can win.
Anyone can win. So if South Africa decides, they can actually qualify. Czech Republic, they're also good, but again, it's a toss-up. We go to the next African, when we go to so Group A is where you find South Africa, and then when we go to Group E, Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. Here it's a bit tough, but Ivory Coast still can.
They can if they can beat either of Germany. If they can beat either of they can beat Curacao and beat one of Germany and Ecuador.
Yeah, because Ecuador, I think Ecuador, they are good. They were one of the best teams in South America this past qualifying games.
South American teams are always
and
can never
have some they have a solid midfield.
Yeah.
They have a solid defense, so they will be good, Ecuador. So here, Ivory Coast has to
Tunisia, Netherlands.
Tunisia, I think Tunisia is gone. It's a tough group.
They can't beat Japan.
Japan is good. Japan is a really
I saw they beat England the other day.
They haven't lost against any European team, for how long. They've beaten Germany 2 times. They've beaten Spain. They've beaten England. So, yeah, they are who they think they are.
This Japan, this one way I think they are so good defensively. You can't score against them. It's so easy, so hard.
Personally, I think it's the energy that they bring to games. Is that they're very cohesive, so they know exactly what they're doing.
And also when you look at the structure, they have been producing a lot. They have a lot of players playing in Europe.
They are.
So many.
They are. So here, Tunisia, I think, will be going home. And so
Egypt, Belgium, Egypt, yeah.
Iran and New Zealand again. Here, I think
it's open.
Egypt has a chance.
They have a chance,
to finish second, because I think Belgium will win the group.
Cape Verde, Spain, Cape Verde.
I think they're going home because we have Uruguay.
Another one, the hard one is now France, Senegal. But the Senegal is a derby. That's a derby.
That's a derby in itself, because most of this. Okay, Senegal, I think. Oh my God, this is the top. I think when you talk about group of death, most interesting groups, I think this is one of them.
Because
Norway is good. Norway, I think they're getting into their golden era. Yeah, golden era, where they're producing really, really good players. They
Mostly
have
strikers.
Exactly. They have a really, really dope striker, generational one. They have a good, solid midfield where they have so many. Odegaard. We have this player from Nogard. Nogard is Danish. We have this player. Why am I forgetting his name? From Bodo Glimt. Because you look at Bodo Glimt, in the Champions League, how they were performing. That's a Norwegian team, so they are really, really good, and I expect them to play well. Because when you look at the qualifiers, they were sweeping of teams, a lot of goals. They're really, really good in attack. Also.
It almost became the Porto of this generation.
Exactly. So I think they're getting into their era, their golden era. It's like Belgium when De Bruyne, Hazard, they're coming up. Everyone expected them to win, which they didn't, but. Yeah. I think Norway is going into that direction, so it's going to be a very interesting group. France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway, one of the best groups. So when you go to Group J, again, Algeria, Austria, Jordan, and Argentina. So Argentina is going to go through. Algeria also has a chance.
They can beat Austria. Because Austria
Rangnick get a draw.
Rangnick is also doing good in Austria, so if they can beat Austria, it's gonna be, but it's not gonna be easy also.
So Group K,
Congo,
Uzbekistan, Colombia, and Portugal. So Portugal is gonna win. And I think Colombia.
The hardest team there is Colombia for them.
Again, that's what I'm saying. So it's gonna be Portugal and Colombia.
Then Congo. You have the last group.
England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. Wow. I mean, England is very unpredictable, but they will qualify. They will definitely get out of the
qualify. Croatia is likely to qualify.
Croatia, because Ghana, they are usually quite unpredictable. Lately, I haven't been trusting them. Even when you looked at the African Cup of Nations, it's that
they didn't qualify even for the last AFCON.
Yeah, so you just can't trust Ghana that much. Honestly, I don't really trust them that much. But we'll see. We'll see. So. I think we've given a good round of like
for African
teams and talked about every single thing. So I would love to ask you, who is your dark horse to win?
The dark horse?
Yeah.
My favorites are 3 teams.
Yeah.
I'll go for France, Argentina, Spain.
Okay.
Dark horse, Germany.
Germany is your dark horse team.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
But I think my only worry with them is that they're really gonna miss Toni Kroos. They haven't got a player who can give them what Toni Kroos used to give them. Okay. So Germany is my dark horse, and England can't. This England team, I just see Harry Kane. I don't see anyone else. Or what do you think about England?
England's a very interesting team. It will never come home, as they usually say. It's coming home, but I don't think it's coming home this time around. But one thing about tournaments is that
I watched the Euro final 2024. Man, Spain is just different level. Like in that game, I saw a team that is in the on the planet, another is like in heaven in terms of the difference in.
You really saw that? Because I didn't see it. I thought they were almost equal. Because the game
most of the first half.
Yeah, the first half, yeah, but the second half, England came to life and they
difference. Like England couldn't even play. Like they were beaten totally tactically.
First half, by second half, the game was very competitive. England equalized and the game went to extra time. So
there's some tactics I think in any change, Gary Southgate. But that's what worries me with England when they get to meet the big boys.
Okay.
In the later stages, they kind of struggle a bit. Even if you put them against France in the semi-finals, I don't think England goes through.
It's interesting. I'm not gonna.
So which team is your dark horse?
My dark horse is from. I'm gonna go with Senegal. Yeah, I'm a dreamer. I'm dreaming.
I'm gonna go with Senegal. I'm dreaming my goodness, that's extra confidence.
I'm dreaming of an African team bringing us the glory. So I'm gonna go with Senegal. But I think when it comes to this World Cup, we will do more shows about it as we get closer to it. But as of now,
9 days remaining.
Yeah, but as of now, I think we've given you a bit of like a showdown in what to expect, and told you a bit of like it's gonna be 48 teams, 12 groups. Quite interesting. A big change because from 32 to 48. This is gonna be the first time we're seeing it, and it's gonna be hosted in 3 countries.
I'm not gonna watch all those games.
No one is, aside from maybe.
I'm just gonna wait.
Like if you make money like through writing and all that, you have to watch them, even follow them something like that. But I think it's being played in 3 countries also quite interesting. The US, the timings of everything, because like where we are right now here in Kenya, like the US is like 10 hours behind. 10 depending on the place.
So does it mean that the times they're going to play when you're sleeping?
I think so. I don't know. I think so. So it's going to be quite interesting because Canada, US, and Mexico, basically they are the time zone. It's the same problem. Yeah, we're going to be facing some of those problems for us viewers who are going to be watching it from our homes. But I just again, the World Cup is a festivity in itself, and we've always celebrated it over the years. Everyone, even the people who don't love football as much, they revere the World Cup. Like when it comes around,
it's the biggest competition in the world.
Exactly. So when it comes around, the world kind of stops. So I just hope that it still has the same effects, even though we have so many things going on in the world. But I hope we have a wonderful World Cup. Although I'm very pessimistic about it.
But Americans are not footballing nation, so
they're not. Again, you don't have to be a footballing nation for you to host something good. So long as, because the football lovers will come there. Football lovers will come there and they will celebrate their sport. They don't need to be a football nation. Qatar wasn't, but we saw a really good World Cup in Qatar. So they don't really need to be a football nation. They just need to be able to create an environment where football will thrive for that particular period. But again, will it thrive? No one knows. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and it starts with the US. So we just hope everything is going to be figured out by then.
No political
interference. And we have a really, really dope World Cup.
So maybe we can talk about the FA Cup this weekend.
We're going to go like a fast run out for the upcoming weekend games. So the FA Cup, we have it on Saturday. Arsenal is playing, Chelsea is playing, Manchester City have a really great showdown at, I think, 2:45 p.m. Kenyan time. Man City will be playing Liverpool, and then Chelsea will be playing, what's this team from?
You know what I think? Whoever will win again between City and Liverpool will meet Arsenal in the final.
Arsenal will be playing against Southampton, and then we'll have a Premier League bout of West Ham versus Leeds.
Oh, that's a Premier League. That's not FA Cup.
No, I'm saying Premier League teams. Will meet up because on Sunday, West Ham versus Leeds. So we don't know. Like, those are the quarters. Nothing interesting, honestly, from this aside from the Manchester City Liverpool game. But we'll see. The most interesting game, I think, over this weekend is gonna be Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid.
La Liga.
La Liga, because they're playing them in La Liga, then they'll play again in Champions League on Wednesday, I think.
And they beat them this season.
It's interesting because the game is going to be played in both games, the first 2 games. So on Saturday, it's going to be played at Atletico's home.
Wanda Metropolitan.
Exactly, and in the Champions League, the first 2 games. And when you talk about the previous time we saw Barcelona play in that stadium, Barcelona lost 4-0 in the Copa del Rey.
30 minutes thrashing.
Yeah, so
the beaten for the first 30 minutes they were beaten.
So it's gonna be quite an interesting game.
It's gonna be interesting. Atletico, for me, there's a category of teams in Europe. For me, I've always categorized them as home teams. They only know how to play at home, and Atletico is one of them. Another one is Newcastle. Another one is Aston Villa. This is the team. Inter Milan, but Inter Milan usually wins, but mostly at home. Those are teams for me who have got... when they're playing at home, I know their chance. Because Atletico can win 16 games out of 19 in La Liga. So Atletico are not winning La Liga because just because of their away form. Because based on home form, they're the best team in La Liga.
So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
And if Barcelona drop points and Real Madrid wins,
again, there's a title race there also. Barcelona 4 points ahead of.
But I don't think
Hansi
Flick is gonna make the mistake that he made the first leg of the Copa del Rey where they lost the 4-0.
There was a lot of. That game was a bit. The defense was like
that's my biggest worry with Barcelona.
They will play the way they play. Like when it comes to Highline, Peter, I'm telling you, those guys will continue playing that way.
And
they don't care.
And Griezmann, Lookman, Alvarez, and one of the most underrated strikers actually for me.
Soloth.
Soloth.
No, Soloth is
like inside the box.
He's good, but Soloth can just. I mean, I don't.
Though he misses a lot of chances.
He's good, but again, yeah, he misses chances and all
I like the way he scores his goals.
He's probably just cool because he's big. He's also kind of fast. He kind of reminds you of Haaland, but he's good on the ball.
He's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite strikers. So it will be interesting who Simeone will go with.
Oh, he'll go with the team that he went with when they won 4-0. Actually,
they're gonna be beaten.
Yeah. So, but it's gonna be interesting because Barcelona are gonna go like we know. I don't know if Frankie De Jong is back.
But also, it's interesting to see how Atletico are going to survive without Griezmann.
Griezmann. Okay, I don't think they'll be okay. They'll be okay.
Do you know? They're going to miss something because
maybe leadership, but they'll be okay.
Simeone changes a lot of players, but there's only one player who never miss the team.
But the last time they won the league,
because do you know Griezmann is the link of the team, like he's the focal, he's the one who links the defense to, like he brings everyone together. Most people don't see him. Maybe don't like he's like Bruno Fernandes, but I say yeah, what money.
I don't think so, honestly, because the last time they won the league, he wasn't in the team. He was in Barcelona. They had Suarez who was playing. I remember. So I think even because of where the direction they're going with, I don't necessarily. I see their main player there is Julian Alvarez, because when you see Julian Alvarez play, he goes behind, takes the ball also. Griezmann has his influence personally. His influence in Atletico Madrid has depleted. Even though this season, it has. It has depleted. So. Even though this season he's upped his game a bit. Last season he wasn't to be seen. He started on the bench most of the games. This season,
so who replaces
the second half of the season?
Team? Maybe they play Alvarez at 10.
They can't play Alvarez as 10.
And then go with Soloth and
go with Soloth. They have so many ways, yes. But we know Lookman is gonna start and Giovanni is gonna start. So they have so many ways to.
It's going to be interesting to see
but I think
how they're gonna cope without
Griezmann's influence is not as personal.
As
from
important.
What we've seen, it's not as big as it used to be. It's depleted so much.
I think we're gonna be able to see that from next season. If it's gonna be a big miss or they're gonna sign a replacement or something.
They've already signed Ederson from Atalanta, so they'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
They'll be fine. But anyways, this was Nutmegs on VAR. My name is Imran Ibrahim, and here we have Peter, and I hope we've given you a good show today.
Yeah. Thank you. Welcome and subscribe to our channel.
And see you again.
Yeah.
HustlesAfrica.com, a guide to high-paying online jobs. At HustlesAfrica.com, you'll discover the jobs people are doing from home, the platforms where opportunities are found, the skills that open doors, and the practical steps to begin earning. Go to HustlesAfrica.com today.